Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today I'm going to do a reading for Aries. We're going to be looking into whoever you're not in contact with now that you're still thinking about. So first we'll start with calling in spirit. A little wind chime time. All right, actually, yeah. We're going to start off with the Jack-o'-lantern tarot, and we'll identify the energies at play here. Remember, these are general readings, so if it doesn't resonate, check out some other videos. Hopefully you can find something that provides you with some clarity. But like I mentioned, today we're reading for Aries. Spirit, what do we need to know about a no contact situation for Aries? Okay, so we've got the wheel coming out first. One of my favorite cards, actually, because it can speak to the idea that something is changing. If you've been doing what you should be doing as far as inner work and, being kind to others, then the wheel coming out is a great sign for you because that means things are changing for the better. What else do you need to know about this no contact for Aries? So we've got hidden energy of Four of Swords. That actually makes a lot of sense to me. So obviously we're talking about a no contact situation. And if we've got a Four of Swords coming out, that would definitely suggest that somebody, if not both of you, are currently taking some time alone, looking for, some answers within instead of without, which in my opinion is always a good way to do things. It's important to take advice and get an outside perspective now and then, but I think we all need to do a little bit better listening to our own intuition. All right, let's see. Who else do we have in the situation for Aries for no contact? Oh, sorry, that was a hidden energy. So, if you haven't yet seen that, when I see a card that flips over but does not fall out, I consider that to be hidden energy, so definitely provides some insight, but I don't tend to keep those cards out. All right, so we've got, what a great combo. The Magician along with the Eight of Cups in reverse. Well, so that screams to me that somebody is doing everything they can to bring someone back into their life. Somebody walked away, and this Magician here is either just thinking a lot about this person, Four of Swords, or actually doing what they can and trying to manifest this as a reality. What else do we need to know about this no contact situation for Aries? Ooh. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles coming out. And I always enjoy seeing an ace come out because that I view as a divine blessing or a great gift. And for positioning that next to the Magician, I think the desired outcome for this Magician is all about stability, something that's long-term. Okay. And we've got the Three of Wands in reverse and the World. There is a cycle that is coming to a close and a desire to no longer wait around for something to happen. So that's definitely carrying the energy of the Magician in terms of making things happen. And also, by the way, quite Aries. Aries is known for being a go-getter. So assuming this is you, you are primed and ready to make a move towards the stability that you're looking to achieve in your life. However, this could also be obviously a reversal of those roles. So however it fits, make sure you take what resonates. I think we'll actually retire the jack-o'-lantern and we'll move over to the OG, the Rider-Waite. And let's learn a little bit more about this situation that's no contact for Aries. And tell me a little bit more about the wheel, please. Okay, so there's good news coming in regarding a decision in love. Page of Wands is going to be that good news component. And then the Lovers, it doesn't always have to be a decision about love, but I'm pretty sure that's what's coming through here. Clarify that for you if I see anything else, but it looks like there's good news coming in. Tell me more about this Magician, please. All right, this Magician is acting alone. There might be some external influences or people who have opinions, and that could have caused problems in the past between the two of you. I mean, obviously something did, right? So there might have been gossip or lies that separated the two of you, or perhaps somebody dictated the distance between you if one of you were in a relationship before. However, at this point, those outside opinions don't really matter to this Magician anymore. He's going to act alone if he has to, not let anybody know what's going on, but he knows what he wants to do. And for hidden energy, we've got the Queen of Pentacles coming out. It's entirely possible that the feminine energy for this reading is an earth sign or has earth in her chart somewhere. And don't get too hung up on the feminine or masculine usage here. We all have both of those. So can apply however it makes sense. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles. What kind of stability are we looking for here? Hidden energy and one that fell out, so that's fun. The hidden energy is the Death card. This could actually symbolize a Scorpio, but I think it's more likely that this is speaking to a change in belief. Death can signify a change in how you act or behave or believe, what you, I guess, base as your like moral code. There is something that has changed that not a lot of people are aware of. And this came out sideways. This is the Three of Cups. This is a pretty great card, actually, because it tends to speak of celebrations, reunions, and I think in this particular case, it's a reunion, not in the short-term sense, like, hey, we hung out, had a couple of beers, and got caught up. I think it's more like a long-term reunion, something that brings a lot of happiness to both parties, which would make sense as far as the good news coming in regarding the Lovers card. Tell me more about the Three of Wands in reverse, please. We have some hidden energy here. The Seven of Pentacles and the Star. The Star is going to represent wish fulfillment, and Seven of Pentacles is reaping what you sow. I think this would definitely speak to inner work for me, as far as somebody feeling like they really had to make some changes in order to be good enough for the person that is their wish fulfillment. Tell me more about this Three of Wands, please. Death card popping out again. I would take that as confirmation or validation. And then we've also got the Six of Wands. So if we've got the Six of Wands as hidden energy, I could take that a couple of different ways. So I think that would mean for some of you, it would ring more true to say this person is extremely determined, very focused, and they really want victory here. They're going to do whatever it takes, just like I said with the magician. However, there's also, I think, a potential for another route or another group of you where it could be, oh, I totally just lost my train of thought. Oh, where it could be more about being victorious in terms of winning your heart over because of their new approach, because they've made those changes. So, victory in terms of demonstrating or proving out that they have changed and that they are ready to be a better partner. I mean, I did ask for no contact, so it makes sense that we keep getting all this hidden energy. I've got 5 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and 6 of Cups. So this tells a story of someone who's feeling left out in the cold, crying over spilt milk, over a Queen of Pentacles. She already popped out once, remember? And there are really no choices or alternatives that bring that same energy, and he can't stop thinking about her. There was no equal give and take, but he can't stop thinking about the good memories. All right, let's see if we can get a couple cards that stay on the table for you. What about the more obvious energies here, Spirit? What else do you need to know about this no contact for Aries? Okay, so we've got 10 of Cups and Hanged Man. I think this is your energy. There's a clear potential in your mind, but you're indecisive. And you probably should be, because if this is somebody who has to prove to you that they are not who they were in the past, then it's your responsibility to use your discernment over an extended period of time, not just, like 48 hours, to determine whether or not that person's actually changed, to determine if the little things are showing you that there's a different motivation there, a different intent. And speaking from experience, it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but you got to have an open heart to that possibility along with a discerning mind. Okay, so I think we're done with our Rider-Waite. We will bring in the Black Tarot. This is my newest deck, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. It's got some really different art. As you can see, it's, I don't know, just a little dark. So stick with me on that one, but I want to get a little bit more information here. Let's see, what do we have in terms of, ooh, I didn't even ask a question. Let's see what we've got. Okay, we've got the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So I think there's a question of whether or not there's going to be some honesty, or rather a greater importance placed upon that honesty. If there was a lack of that in the first round, if you will, then this person is well aware that that's something that needs to change. That was Hambone, if you heard that. You okay, bud? You okay? He's been enjoying his catnip bus toy thing. I don't think the feather will last very long. All right, tell me more about the Lovers, please. All right, there we go. 4 of Swords, there she is again. So this came out as a hidden energy, and this is coming out not hidden. So this is clearly, I think, part of the good news that's coming in, right? Someone has to tell you, hey, I've been thinking about this, or I've been thinking about what I could have done differently. Tell me about the Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. It came out in the reverse. So, to me, I think that speaks to a change in terms of, I want to say, like the feeling that I'm getting is that this person was maybe a little bit less than willing to go more than surface level, right? And so maybe they were what some would consider like a fuckboy, looking to keep things kind of light and not get in a relationship or get too emotional with anyone. But with the Knight of Wands in reverse, I'm getting kind of like a, I've matured. I'm looking for something real. Bless you. Okay, and then we also have the Eight of Wands. It came out sideways, so to me that says, number one, there's a strong possibility this is something that has already been kind of in the works. And what I'm picturing is literally somebody who's typing up the message but deleting it because they don't know how to initiate that conversation. But with it being in the sideways position, to me, that means they're figuring it out. It's only a matter of time, and this no contact is going to be at an end. Tell me about the Three of Cups, please. These cards are so thick, they can be a little bit difficult to manage. All right, Three of Cups, please. Oop, hidden energy. We've got the Knight of Swords. Interesting, that came out briefly at the beginning. So, yeah, when I saw it before, I was saying there was an issue with honesty, and now it came out as a hidden energy in the upright, which I will take to mean there is definitely going to be some truth coming your way. All right, we've got the Chariot in reverse. So you might have a little bit of a wait. We're not in a hurry. This person's determined, but they know they have to approach you in the right way. So maybe that means they're going to save up for a gift so that they can bring you something that you love or that you've always wanted. But with the Chariot in reverse, that to me says we've got a little bit of a slower moving energy here. Tell me more about the Ten of Cups, please. We've got the Seven of Wands. To me, ooh, look at how those cards look next to each other, you guys. We've got the checkered pattern in both of them. All right, so Seven of Wands to me often represents divine protection or divine timing. It can also just signify intuition. So if you're pretty solid with regards to listening to your intuition, then I think that's a really important thing for you to do. But more importantly, I think that's what this magician is doing. This magician is trying to figure out, how can I pick the right moment? And they don't want to be doing it based off of logic. They want to trust their heart and think of what would be important or make you feel special. Ooh. Okay. So we've got a little bit of instability here. We've got the Ace of Spheres, which would be Pentacles, in the reverse coming out for us. And I think we got to be a little bit mindful here that if this is somebody who's recently changed and put a lot of effort into prioritizing a more meaningful connection, that doesn't mean they have all the answers or they know how to handle that kind of commitment. However, with the Eight of Swords, I think it's also important to point out that this could be somebody who didn't have a good role model or a good example set for them in terms of how to have a meaningful romantic relationship where communication is solid. So I think it's important to keep that in mind. That might be why we've got the Hangman here, right? This is something that is clarifying the Hangman. So if you have already seen this instability or this inability maybe to express the emotions that the Magician is feeling, that might give you pause. That's a great opportunity for you to have a conversation and say, you know, this was a problem for us in the past, and if you're going to want to make something happen, this is how I expect to have you communicate with me so that we're on the same page. And a little bit of advice from my corner would be, it's always best when you're having a disagreement or discussing a conflict to speak from yourself, right? Your own standpoint. When you say something like, I felt, like you weren't considering my feelings, or it felt like my feelings weren't important to you, that's very different than saying something like, you don't care about my feelings. You don't, at the end of the day, get to make that evaluation or that statement without really hearing from the person who feels those emotions. However, when you're framing it in I felt or you made me feel, that's a little bit more aggressive, but nonetheless, the point stands. When you're talking about your own feelings, no one can contradict that. That's your expertise. But either way, it definitely looks like communication is something that needs to be addressed here. And if that's something that you can do in a successful and a respectful manner, I think you can get past the betrayal that was in the past, and he'll end up being a King of Spheres, which is Pentacles, stability. But you literally do have to get past the Three of Swords. Let's just see what's on the bottom of the deck here for you. We've got the Eight of Cups. Okay, so Eight of Cups is running away. I think you're going to be pretty tempted to run away. Remember to have an open heart. There's a chance this could work. If you want it to, then don't kill it before it even has a chance to, make a second effort. And I think that's the reading right there for you guys. I hope that provided some clarity for you, and I plan on doing more sign-specific readings for you guys, so feel free to check back in, or of course you're welcome to subscribe as well. Thanks again, and have a great rest of your day.